All right, good enough. I'm ready to go. I don't need the whole 5 minute countdown. Let's see. Sound good? Audio good? Music? Me? Let's see. Sound good? Audio good? Music? Me? Yeah, it looks all right. The levels look all right. Maybe turn the music down a little so you can hear me a little better. I tend not to speak very loudly. Yep, good. Okay, cool. All right, we could shut Twitch down in the background. Quiet, Twitch. All right, so today, technically tomorrow, I have an intro to D&D for kids, something that I've run in person for a couple years. I took 5e, I streamlined it, I stripped out skills and some other complexity so that we could get character creation down to about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. We talk about some gameplay mechanics, and then from there, we have a 1 hour adventure. It's a 2 hour session. And I've run 50 kids through it. 40 something of them are still playing Dungeons and Dragons. I think that's a pretty good success rate, over 85%, I think. And because, Thaco, you asked me to put a review up for you on Start Playing, I also started a Start Playing GM account. And that's where I got this session from. So, I basically have to take the whole thing that used to be in, I got to open up the document, that used to be in person and transfer it into Roll20. So that means I need to stat up all the monsters. I need to find the tokens for the monsters. And I need to make the maps. I have the maps, they're kind of in my head. So we're going to use Incarnate for that, Roll20 for everything else. And then probably a little bit of Photoshop and Word as soon as I can find the document. So that's the plan. I have about 2 hours to do it today because my own child wants to go for a walk, and with it being winter here in Milwaukee in Wisconsin, it gets dark pretty early. So I said 4 o'clock we would head off to take a walk. It gives us probably about a half hour till it's dark. All right, Game Dead folders. Kids D&D. Got to find this document when it has all the stuff in it. No, we have had almost no snow here. The only way we get to go play in the snow is that we went up to the nearest tubing hill, and they were making snow because it was cold enough the day before Christmas, and we played in their snow. But we're expecting 3 to 5 inches later this week. So, yeah, you got to do what you got to do for those kids, right? Like, that's the whole thing. Okay, let's see. Character sheets. Here it is, Tier 1. It's the only, I'm looking at it, it's all PDFs and one Word document. I'm like, where is it? It's the Word document. Way to go, Chris. Okay, so I will share out the Word. There it is. Look, it found it automatically. So you can get an idea of like what my flow looks like here. And I'm going to put this, what I need to do is take that 2OG logo and put it way up here, over the widgets, as a matter of fact, and then put Word down here. All right, there we go. Maybe move Incarnate over a little bit. My head! Where's my camera? I'm going to move my camera over. What's all this? What's all this wasted space here? There we go. Right up to my ear hole. All right, and then Roll20 can follow Incarnate. Okay, it's a busy screen today. All right, so so basically, I made simplified character sheets that had silhouettes of characters that were super visual instead of looking at it like it looks like an Excel spreadsheet, which is what the D&D character sheets look like. And then the 6 stats just point to parts of the body. So dexterity points to the legs, constitution to the stomach, intelligence, wisdom to the head, etc. And that worked really well because you can just blaze through character creation. So I'm in the story part of it right now. And I have a goblin attack scene, and then there's like a goblin gang hideout scene. So the goblin attack scene happens on the road coming into town. Nope, I want to make a new map, create new map. This is going to be a battle map, and I want it to be portrait, longer, because the road is going north-south in the adventure. So we're going to fire up Incarnate here. I'm going to do a quick Twitter thing because I always forget. I always forget to promote. If you look in Discord, you'll see that I did it like right when the stream was starting, like, oh crap, I forgot to tell people I'm doing this. I think I'd be better at that since I've been a social media manager type person for decades. DM prep. That's perfect. I'm going to use that on Twitter too, but I'm going to ping using Incarnate, right? And Roll20 and some other stuff. Yeah, I think what I need to do is, like, I could use that last minute and a half and been like, oh, I should go do this. I need to put a reminder somewhere, like, promote the show before you start the show. But whatever, now at least it's interesting. It's me, it's not the intro. So if you pop in, you're like, oh, he's already doing it. And it's true, I am already doing it. All right, Facebook and the Twitters are Ramalama Ding Dong. Oh, I should redo that, as a matter of fact. I'm going to take that. I forgot to hashtag it. You put the proper hashtags in, and it gets seen more, and it gets shared more. So TTRPG and TTRPGs and DND and 5e, because I'm not working with DCC today. It's shocking. I know, everybody. I'm appalled at myself as well. Yeah, I do that for marketing posts for Two Old Guys Games. I'll go into Twitter and every day for 7 days or whatever. So like right now, Two Old Guys Games has 50% off everything we released in PDF form on DriveThruRPG. And that tweet is going out every day at various times. All right, I can close. Oh no, I can't close that because I need, oh, that's good, you didn't see it. I need Roll20, but I don't need Roll20 just this very moment. I'm going to do Incarnate. Okay, so we're going to start over here with it's what, 7 or 8 products. It's Sinking the Stercorarius and the expansion pack, Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden, Village of Death, Rules of Engagement, which is like 6 pages of really quick Napoleonic naval combat rules for DCC, and Scarnascus, the Lost Halls of Scarnascus for 5e and D&D. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. All right, let's get into this map. So the road that the attack is happening on is the road coming north into the town. Usually I call it Barristerburg because the local game store that I had to deal with was called Board Game Barrister. I don't know that I will. It is on my kind of mini regional map that I made for myself, so it is listed on there. But it could be any other city. So I'm not even going to talk about the city name. I'm just going to start adding a whole bunch of land because there's no water on this map. So we're just gonna. Oh, it's that ugly green. If you've watched any of my other DM prep shows, you know I hate this texture, this green, like weed texture or whatever, I don't know. All right, anyway, it's there. Now, I'm gonna change it. So you go into the brush, which is where all the textures are, and there's a lot of them. They just announced they have a new watercolor style of map coming out that I saw. Um, Might have been on their Discord or maybe on, I don't know, Facebook, Twitter. Oh, it was Twitter probably. And man, does that look cool. I can't wait for that to be available. Wish I had it today, but I don't. Such is life. All right, I'm going to need dirt. That's sand. Let's look down here. Oh. Let's expand out the options here and scroll down again. Ah, here's some stuff that I want. I really like these wasteland ones. So what I think I'll do is I'll use this for the sides of the road. Like there's forests around this road, kind of like this. Oops, gotta flip it to foreground and then... So this is all gonna be shadowed so that I don't have to do it later. I'll just make it darker now, and then I'll use a lighter color to show the dry and dusty road. Yeah, we'll make it curved there at the end, like it's getting towards a gate or something. All right, and then there's a nicer, drier brown right here. I don't mind the grassy ridge on the edge of the road, like the lower weeds and plants finally found some sunlight that wasn't getting blocked out by the trees in the forest, because there's going to be forest all around here. Hold on just a second, everybody. My daughter just showed up to say hi to me. Let's see what she needs. Okay, Alexa decided I was going to play some music, and she's not listening to it, so she wanted to turn it off. So I said, go ahead. All right, so we got the darker texture on the ground here. Maybe I will put a little bit of like, not so much grass mixed. Yeah, some of this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it really big, and then I am going to, this one is opacity, I think. Yeah, this one's opacity. All right, so I'm gonna decrease it to like 25%, and then just tap, 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 tap. Oh, I missed a spot there. I see what I added. Go over here and just go. Bloop. I don't know that I'm a fan of this music I got on today. It's too chatty. Too much singing. I'm gonna have to switch over to their instrumental. The music is from bassrebels.co.uk, and I'm on their YouTube playlist because I think it plays less ads than Spotify does. But they have another one. They have another playlist. Let's see here. That's gonna kill the music. Yep. Chill. Oh, just 2 streams. I just want like an instrumental. You got an instrumental one? I know you do. Some dubstep, some trap. I just go back and try this other. What was I using? This one? I don't know if I was using this one. Ugh. It's a commercial. All right. So I want a little more grass, so I'm going to jack this up to 50. A little more green in that brown. Oh, that might be a little too much. Oh, that looks okay. I just kind of want to tap it along there. I kind of dragged it too much on the other side. It's alright, maybe the trees are a little sparser there. Oh, there's still more areas that I missed here. There we go. Alright, that looks kind of green over here. It's got a green tint to it, doesn't it? What is going on? Audio. Oh, skip. There we go. See how that works. Turn it down a little more. All right. I still don't like that. Ugh, I don't like that texture. I'm gonna overwrite it with this one. Oh, grass and such, always eking out an existence in the shadow of the big plants, huh? Let's get it a little edgy. Well, that's too much. So I need to crank down the opacity again. Up, up, up. Oops. 0.25. There, good enough. Man, it just doesn't care. It's like, nope, I'm overwriting everything. Whatever, it's better than that other texture. See, now I kind of like this side more than I like this side. So a whole bunch of Control Z's. I'll just drink some coffee. I have both coffee and tea today. Like, I got to the desk and I was like, oh, I already brought coffee. I guess I have to drink the coffee before I drink that tea. I better do a save after this. It doesn't seem too happy with me at the moment. You can do it. All right, I'll just do this. Be like, get a little bit of a ridge here. That's a little better. That doesn't bother me as much now. I'll do this and make it. Just kind of go over the edge of this again. There, good enough. Oh, probably should have done that too, huh? There we go. There we go. All right, I'm pleased with that. This is a lot of work because they're only going to be on this map for like 15 seconds. No, I'm kidding. There's a whole combat here, but... All right, we need some trees. If you were here when I did the Promontory Tower, well, I had a long discussion about how they don't have winter trees. Incarnate, winter trees, please. If you're out there. Are you listening? They got trees and they got fall trees, right? But they don't have winter trees. They got palm trees. They got, nope, they got fallen trees. There can be some fallen trees. All right, so if you click on that random stamp, then I gotta make them a little smaller. It'll rotate through the fallen trees, and we'll just in a windstorm, they're all faced around the same way. Oh yeah, we'll down one. Oh, that's a good idea. We'll say that the bad guys downed some trees here. And that is how the scenario starts. Oops, let that one go away. We'll change it up a little. There, that sort of stopped them from moving on. So, all the hydration. Oh yeah, coffee. I don't know how hydrating coffee is, but the tea is certainly hydrating. Okay, I'm good with that. That's good for fallen trees. Now let's go. I guess I'm going to use these trees. There's some creepy trees. Nah, not in this area. We'll use a creepy tree later. Yeah, I'm going to use this set. Turn on random, and then just, if you remember from the last one, you got to go left to right and then top to bottom, more so with their mountain sets than with trees, because trees will kind of just sort themselves out. Oh, it's telling me I made a lot of changes, so I should save 210 changes. It is time to save. I agree. Oh, and this is called Goblin Raid. Yeah, we'll say like that tree probably downed some other trees, so they're gone too. So there's like a clearing, a little bit of a clearing there. Otherwise, it's a pretty old growth forest. Lots of big trees. Some blocking the others now. Not even listening to my own advice. Happy little trees everywhere. Yeah, we'll just leave a little bit of that. Like, that's how these new trees are growing over here, because that one big tree fell. Oops. Just trying to do here. I'm just going to do big trees. Some new trees there because of that tree falling. You just change that with alright, so they downed that tree, so I'm going to leave a hole where it was. Just to be a little more visually interesting, I guess. Too many of these trees have like this missing thing in a row. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that, but I want to put some wagon tracks. This is the main road coming to and from the farming communities to the north. So I'm going to put some wagon tracks in the road here. So let's see. See if I can do it with a stamp. Otherwise, I'll have to do it with a texture. Just look and see if I see anything that looks sort of like wagon tracks. Oh, I like this little cliff thing here. If I can make them really small, and make it look like there's a, like the, yeah, I like this. Like the road is kind of depressed from the forest. Like it's been downtrodden, much like we have been lately. Great. We'll put it like a little space there. Another curved one like that. Nah, I mean, it looks good up here, but I don't like it down here now. You go away. Let's see if I like this one. Oops. If I do like this one, then we'll keep it up. But but otherwise might have been a little too far. Great there. We'll keep going. See how it looks. Aha. We'll have to reposition this one. It's not quite where it looks good. Like right there. That looks better. Alright, now this one has to go under the tree. So you just flip down its layer there. Maybe move it a little bit here. I need a tree stump, right? They chopped down the tree. I need a stump. Two of them, in fact. Two tree stumps. Let's see. It's a little too big. Put it right there. Yeah, that's not bad. Then move over to this other side. It's all in the details, right? Ooh, that's good. That's perfect. I'm going to put it... There we go. I like the way that one looks. Let's go back over to this one. Yeah, there we go. I like that. That looks good. The trap is set. The goblins are ready to raid. So the story for the kids is that they've been training for months in the Adventures Academy, and it's graduation day, but it gets disrupted as someone comes running and saying, "Goblins are attacking farmers coming to the market from the north." And the kids happen to be standing outside, and so the headmaster is like, "Hold there, you. Go and investigate this, and I'll get more adults and we'll follow behind." Simple enough. Get them into the action. I wonder if I can just do... Oh, that tree gets in the way. Okay. Alright, what if I just... that, and then... Nope, that was the wrong button. That, and then... Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Control C, Control V. We're gonna flip it. This one needs a little bit of turning. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, I like it so much, I'm not even going to place more. I'm just going to use that set again. Oops. I got to get in the right thing here. We're just going to wrap them around here. Let's put them out here. And grab some of them. Oops. I think that's probably enough of them. We'll hide that imperfection underneath that tree. Like, the stuff lines up fairly well, but sometimes you want something to be in a slightly different place. Like, I'm going to turn this one to get this arc that goes out here, and then that one. Like, the road just kind of has this little bit of a turn right there. No tavern starting point. Not for the kids. Yeah, I know. How dare I think of something outside the box? What do you mean you don't all meet and get a quest from somebody with an icon over their head at the tavern? There is a really good adventure in a tavern for DCC that I use, not with the kids, but in general, that I like. The Inn at Five Corners, I think is pretty fun. Thaco, if you want to get into a game, we could start with that one. That's I think a 3rd level DCC adventure. We could just skip up to 3rd level, or do you want to do a funnel? You want to start in a funnel? I like funnels. Lots of death and action and comedy. Funnels really are. Portal Under the Stars is my favorite. That's the one that I have introduced a lot of people to DCC with, and it works every time. Oh, what I need to do is I need to make one more line of that stuff. And then I'm just going to take one of these and copy paste it to finish this off down here. I like that. Gives the road a kind of distinct border. All of these have to be flipped the other way. Oops, caught that tree. Whoa. How'd that look on stream? Fancy. Little off course here, which is okay. It's all right. Just, as a matter of fact, nope. I like this one. Like a pro designer. Because I'm lazy and I'm cheating? Is that what the pros do? That's how I always feel. I'm like, ugh. Like, I'm too lazy to do this whole thing over again. Why don't we just use what we got, and then we'll just whip it around to make sure it's facing the right way. Is that pro? I mean, even if I were like, well, I guess I get paid for it now, so yes, I am a pro. So I've been getting paid for Kids D&D for a couple years already, so I feel like I've been a pro. Maybe not a pro designer, but definitely a pro DM already. Oh, it would have to be like one thing too short, wouldn't it? Which one do I think is going to look good there? That one. Good enough. Yes. How can I quickly generate all the stuff I have to do so I can go back to doing something else I want to do? This is what I want to do, though. Man, I really don't like all these trees with the missing bits. There's just too many of them in a row. It draws the eye for a reason that's just not good to me, I guess. I don't know. Get rid of that one, maybe that one. It'll give me the ability to change that one. That was weird. That's a big one. Again, same thing. that better. There. Breaks up the... There were like lines of those. The way that they had randomly generated just lines of the ones with the these missing bits and whatever. I don't know. Just looked unnatural. All right, let's see. Do I really need to add anything else on this? It's basically some wagons, some... I suppose I can just throw some debris. Let's see if there's a wagon. That's not the kind of wagon I'm looking for. So we'll do some crates. We're going to random that. There's going to be a tipped over wagon right here. And then, so let's see. Some stuff sort of spilled out here. One of them's cracked open. I will resize them later. Yeah, one is, they're looking through one. That's like right there. And then, if there's crate, there's barrel. Where there's crate, there's barrel. Like I said, I'm just going to resize this out later. Ooh, well, look at that. Yes, I like these. A couple sacks. See, these are perfect because in the story, one of the goblins kicks an apple down the road. Like, oh shucks, we knocked over this cart and all we got was this stupid fruit. It's like when you go to your Christmas stocking after St. Nick's or Christmas or whatever, and you find that it's all just stuff that's good for you. Darn it. Is that barrel too big now? These barrels are too big, definitely. These are like little... This one's way too big. Doesn't look random enough. Barrel rolled up to this edge and got stuck right there. Yeah, like it got wedged in there. We'll say this one rolled a little bit further and then got upended. Put this one, shrink it down. Kind of on its side. We'll hide its shadow by putting it under the tree there. There, now it doesn't look... It's an isometric thing, but the shadow always gives it away. If you do that, then it kind of looks like... Alright, spilled contents of the farmer's carts. Now we need some... Bear elf. The heck kind of map am I making? Oh, we need some fruit. And it's right here. We'll have to say there's leaves on them because they came from the farmer's market, or from the farmer's... Let me move this one over here. Let's see, how big are those apples? If I look at, I have a tape measure here. So if I look at this road as being, it's 7 inches wide, but I want 2 wagon trails, so it's going to be 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, we'll say it's 30 feet wide, all right? So then those apples are huge. Huge, the biggest apples you ever saw. We're gonna win the state fair this year with our 5-pound apples that are 2 feet wide. Maybe not. All right, this looks a little better. Throw a couple in there, like they're spilling out. Aw, well, hey, Wojciech. What's going on? Thanks for the raid. Every viewer is appreciated here at All the RPGs. We're just, how you like them apples? We're throwing apples out here on on the debris from the wagon that's going to get tipped over. I don't think I'm going to move the wagon. I don't think I've ever moved the wagon. All the RPGs. Sooner or later, all the RPGs will be played. All right, let's see. Wagon. Yeah, I love how fast Incarnate is. I went on a tangent one of my previous DM preps where I talked about like how it's so much faster than. All right, I'm going to build a wagon from scratch. It's so much faster than like Photoshop. Well, thanks for following, Pray Time. I appreciate it. I love Photoshop. I can do a bunch of stuff in Photoshop, but sometimes it's just easier to make stuff in this. Did you see that the new watercolor map style that they're bringing? It looks super cool. I really wish I had it today, but I don't. All right, we're gonna make a wagon real quick. We're gonna make a wagon. We're gonna need 2 of those. Well, we probably need 4 of those. We'll see how it goes. Oh, and another follow. Mr. Fire, thanks so much. 1231. Yeah, I thought they had... Don't they have a sci-fi? I thought they were supposed to have a sci-fi. But I don't see sci-fi anywhere in here. It's all fantasy. I don't know if... Yeah, I swear they had sci-fi. Let's save this. I've been working on this for a bit here, and let's go pop out and see if we can look at Star Trek maps. I play Starfinder. I play Star Crawl maps. I did make some maps for Star Crawl in this, as a matter of fact. Let's see if I can find one of those. First, I want to see. I thought they said. Maybe it's, well, I have the beta, or I get beta access, I guess I should say. What's new? Let's see what it says about what's new. Yeah, man, some of these people making maps are outstanding. They're doing way fancier stuff than I am. This filters thing is super cool. I made, because they only give you like a certain set of colors, so like I wanted blue carpeted stairs and they didn't have blue carpeted stairs, and so I used this filter here and I changed the hue and saturation until I got the correct blue that I wanted. This one doesn't even have they were just talking about on Twitter, they were talking about the new watercolor map style that's coming soon. But this promontory tower. Thaco, remember the map I was making last time? This is what it looks like finished. This is the second level, and then something happens, so there's no need for a higher level. So these maps with the being able to turn down or change the hue and turn down the brightness, it looks like these go down and these go up. So this is what the second floor looked like, and then of course, as is wont to happen in RPGs, something attacks. And so I made a destroyed version of the map that I'm just going to overlay and roll 20 on the GM overlay, and then I'm just going to disappear that whole map, so when the monster attacks, this is what it looks like. Oh, I forgot to change here, we'll do it right now. We'll change the hue on these stairs. So in the original, they're blue. So I got oh, I just passed right by it. That's pretty close. Turn down the saturation a little, and then make them dark. Yeah, see? And then these, I'm just gonna leave that. Oh, and I did some layering on this fire. So there's literally a fire, the lantern, and a fire below. So it looks like the lantern is in the fire. Yeah, I thought about that. We'll go back and we can look at that in this because they haven't played it yet, so the map is still unused. Oh, now I gotta export this again because of that. Forget it. I'll just save it. One small thing. It's their blood on the stairs. That's why they went from blue to red. Yeah, I had thought about maybe I could work with the. I made a snowy version and a non-snowy version. This is the snowy version. So out on this promontory, all the rocky coast is actually covered in salt. And so you can see like salt crystals from the ocean water splashing up and then evaporating, leaving the salt behind. So there's this tiny little line of kind of grassy mud that doesn't ever freeze because it's like the edge of where the salt splashes up. But the trees are what we're talking about, the trees. So I had thought about that. The problem is you'd have to like do this. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Oh, it sure did work. All right, so like do that. Lurking like the lich that you are. You can only do it on one at a time. So you could like jack up the brightness and then probably find like something like that. Right? You could probably do something like that. So what did I do that one? 182 brightness, 18 saturation. So if I go to one of these big trees, I just want the big tree. Give to me. Oh, I was right there. That's the other big tree. This one. All right. What did I say? 182 and 18. Huh? Yeah, I guess. But it's kind of too even. What if I make it green? Ooh. Here, we want to make some alien. You want to make some alien maps? Just jack up the saturation really high. Okay, now if I drop down, see, you still got to get it so low you can't even see the green. What I could do is copy paste and then the original one leave how it was. Now we're getting super. What color was that originally? I don't remember. There we go. That's good enough. Okay, you could then probably just take this one and lay it over, and then turn down the. Oh, not that. You could do something like that. Change the opacity. It does have a blend mode as well, so I could lighten. Ooh. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, we're getting somewhere fancy. I think lighten works best, and then I just gotta move it a little. It's a little like off. Well, what? Ghost trees? Just made ghost trees on accident. I like it. How do you like right there? Something like that, huh? Yeah, it could work. It's a lot of work to get, because you would have to do that for every tree. So you'd have to make 2 copies of everything, and then tree by tree change the color. I don't know about all that for a map. All right, save those changes. Sure, maybe those trees are dead or whatever. They have some snowy terrain. It's just not trees. There's pine trees with snow, but I don't want pine trees. I want like fall trees, autumn trees where it snowed early and they hadn't dropped all their leaves yet, right? Because that's what this map really is. Oh, they came up and you can see it's still autumn, but up on this promontory, which is north of the town, it's a little colder, and it got some snow. And just miles away, it did not. All right, back to this map. I'll show you the all the trees. I'll show you all the trees. I could always take it now. I could always take it and put it in Photoshop and figure something out, right? Just you know, like magic select all of the lightest green and turn it to white. That's one thing I could do. It's another layer of complexity in the work. It's something that can be done. So if we turn on everything, and then we look at tree, see there's these pine trees that are snowy, very Christmassy, but most of the battle maps are top down. That's because this is coming from like regional. And there's a lot more trees there, as you can see. See? A couple different styles of pine trees. But again, is this just snow on a stick? Here, more pine trees down here. But they're all made for regional mapping. Nothing for battle mapping. Unless, you know, you do a lot of work like we just did on some of these. So, right. Looks out of place. All right. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna assemble a wagon from pieces. Right? So, I need two sides. Oops, did not want to do that. That's good. We're gonna have two wagons. One's gonna be on its wheels back here. Say about that wide. Alright, and then we'll have another one down here that has tipped over. And so oops. So we're really in like the building type stuff here right now. Now I have to find some wood that's gonna look like it's the like it's a wagon. Yeah. Just gonna screw this up a little bit here. I guess that's how. Well, see how this looks. And then turn off the shadow. Oh, that one's a little too large. Oh, that's okay. It was a little too small. Sure. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna use it. Because what I'm gonna do is try to find, I know there's metal walls. Try to lay it across like metal banding on the, that's not the Oh, that might work. I mean, it's going to be so small on the actual map that you'll never know. It's so small that I have to like zoom in already. Oh, I hit the speed on the mouse. Yeah, it looks like a top-down wagon, sorta. I could probably find something to stick out from two different places as like spokes, where you're just going to see the little bit of it sticking out on each end. Ooh. What's he going to do with that, you ask? Perfect. There, that looks like a wagon. All right, a tipped over wagon. So we're just gonna see the sideboard. So I think what I'm gonna do is find a single wooden plank, which I know there's a single wooden plank here somewhere. Like they're the slats that are going up on the sides of the wagon. Oh, I like this. They're broken even. I cannot get even close enough to it. What's time looking like? An hour on this one map. Oh boy. The other one's pretty easy. I can actually repurpose some of this one. Alright, we're going to get rid of this. I don't need that right now. And then copy, paste, bring it over here, a little bit off-centered, bring it up. 2 layers. Hold on, my daughter needs attention. All right, so this is like the sides of the wagon, and then it needs some posts. These are going to be like the supports for those. I cannot move it. I like that.
I took a walk among the stars tonight. Found myself a washing colored light. It felt like spirits had awakened me. This carnival of animals had taken me.
Yep, and then well, that just looks like a nightmare. Sometimes the idea in your head doesn't quite pan out on the map, does it? So what I gotta do is find something that's gonna look like a wooden plank. There's some logs. That's not it. This one. Kind of looks like a box from a wagon. Alright, need some wheels. That, I'm pretty sure they have. Those jerks. There, now there's another one. That's the wrong orientation. Alright. Oh, I know there's I used it in the Panopticon map. It looks like a metal wheel. Could use. Let's see. Maybe this will work. Just an experiment. Cartwheel's probably about like that big, you say, right? Can't quite get it the right color. Whatever, good enough. And there's no horses because they're poor farmers and they couldn't bring their horses out of the fields. So they were pulling these carts by hand and then they've run off. Good enough. This is good. This one's done. All right. That is totally fine. I'm going to save it and then export it. Oh, I see somebody lurking that I know. Michael. I already knew the witch was lurking. Alright, so Kids D&D Encounter 1 map complete. I'm gonna export that real quick as an image. The lich is very thin. I think I want it to be super saturated. Bigger than life. This start playing thing is good because it finally got me to do work on Kids D&D, which has been languishing for quite some time now, to get it online. All right, Goblin Raid map. Yep, done. Nothing special about that map. It's just some down trees and some crashed carts. So now I can just pop over to Roll20. Oh yeah. Thaco, in terms of teaching kids or what? I'm happy to talk to you about like what I did for our system, for my system. Not going to give you all my secrets though. It's my niche. Yeah, this is like the majority of my students were homeschooled kids, flexible schedules, easy, really easy to get um, middle of the day availability. So we were doing it like every Monday. I had a group from 1 to 3 or two. I was is actually like 12 to 2, 2 to 4, or 11 to 1, 1 to 3, and I would double book, so that I would be going 5, 6 kids per session adds up, and it was really useful when I had a job and I was making money to have that extra cash flow. Um, and now with the COVID, boy, I sure could use some cash flow because it is. I just filed week 42 of freaking unemployment. Freaking unemployment. All right, I need to make this taller. I usually do 35 by 25 for my map sizes, and it usually comes out to pretty close. Yeah, see. Yeah, teens are a little easier. Like my groups, one of my groups was like 6 to 12. This is just how they worked out. I didn't put any age restrictions on anything. I basically said kids under 16 could come and do the kids D&D intro, because I feel like at 16 or so they'll find other people their age playing it, or they're smart enough to figure it out themselves. And then I got a lot of siblings, so then you'd get these big age ranges like 7 to 16, because the 16-year-old was really good, but still wanted to keep playing with his sibling and some other friends. And so we had like 3 older kids and 3 younger kids, some of which were siblings of the older kids, in one group. And then I had another group that was almost all girls. It was like a four of 6 of them were girls, and then the 4 girls wanted extra RPG time, because I did extra RPG time for them all. Like we played DCC, and we played Gaslands, and we played Force and Destiny, and we played, or maybe Edge of the Empire. No, Force and Destiny, and we played Gamma World, or not Gamma World, Star Frontiers. uh, which was, they summed it up pretty well. They're like, "Oh, cool! We started on a spaceship and we ended up playing D&D." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what this adventure kind of is." The intro adventure that came with Star Frontiers. So, all right, the map is right there. It's there. It's right there. Um, so I had 5 groups going at one point, of like between 5 and 7. I really don't like more than 6, but the way that it worked out is a bunch of siblings, uh, two or three siblings, uh, like 3 groups, two siblings, and 3 siblings. So that was one group, and then that was 7, and then the other one was 5, because it had been 6 and 6. But they would come, they'd get all their snacks ready. It was like field trip for them every other week or once a month, whenever we were playing. They would go out and play D&D, and then they were still playing D&D on their own too. After a year and a half of playing, they were going to their local library community rooms and playing there. And one of them was running for some of the other players from the groups, because the homeschool community kind of all knew each other anyway. All right, this is good for now. I'm going to leave that. I've got 44 minutes until I promised my daughter we would go for a walk. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I can do monster stats later or something. I need to make one more map, which is going to be super simple. We're going to take the map. This map, as a matter of fact. Save it. I think it was already saved. Man, look at all the hydration. The tea is empty and the coffee is almost empty. So I'm in grad school for education, and that for science specifically, which means middle school or high school. I'm leaning more towards middle school just because I can definitely get them into D&D. I can definitely get them. I would be the teacher. They'd be like, Mr. Rick, can you come run the D&D club for us? And I'd be like, heck yeah, I can. As a matter of fact, we're going to call it an RPG club. We're not just going to play D&D. We're going to play a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so the second encounter in this story takes place in a really run-down cabin in the woods. Because how many tropes can I jam into a 1-hour adventure for kids? And the parents will listen in and be like, oh, cabin in the woods, don't go in there. And you know the kids are going to be like, let's go in the cabin. Literally every time. 85% of the times that I've run this adventure, they burn the cabin to the ground. Somebody casts some fire magic into the cabin and it burns down. Kids. And they're all chaotic neutral, by the way. I don't think I've ever had anyone not be chaotic neutral. So here, Secret Lair is a very rundown cabin in the woods that has holes in the roof and plants growing through holes in the walls and in the dirt floor inside. And there's a mud puddle in the center. Blah, blah, blah. Ends up that the goblins got jumped by a giant spider that took up residence in their hideout when they weren't there. And that's when the kids walk in. So, cabin in the woods. Easy peasy. First thing I'm going to do is just make a big selection right here and go boosh, go away. Same thing here. Yeah, sure, I'm going to get rid of that one tree. Who cares? You go away. Oh, you go away. You go away. You go away. I'm going to kind of just reconfigure the map. I'm going to use what I got and then just reconfigure it. Oh, wait. What I need to do is save as a clone. This will be Goblin Hideout. And then I'll just not save the changes to the other one. Oh, it's going to save it for me. That's bad. Whatever. I don't care. I already got the map. I'm not going to change it. I can probably just undo all those changes. Maybe not. Who cares? It's made. I'm done. Fine, well that's saving. Yeah. Oh, see now. Okay, cool. So then, I don't really need that as much space as I needed for that other one, because this is going to be a more kind of, it's cabin-centric, as it were. Bye, road. How fast can you change it into a clearing in the woods?
Here we go again.
It's like the perfect music for speed mapping. Speed map making! It's a new DM's competition. How fast can you make these maps? Alright. And then I'm gonna just kind of like go, whoop. You all go over here. Oh, that's cool. It's like a I always kind of imagined it was a little bit round, like the cabin was just out there. But I like this too. It's cool. It doesn't have to be round. Symmetry always smacks of planning, right? Nature is super symmetrical at times, I'll give it that. You know, nautilus shells and the golden ratio of the Fibonacci spiral, etc., etc. all kinds of structural looks like a plan, but it also smacks of human intervention or human planning. Like it had to be like this. This having this like tree here and this stump here, I dig it. It looks more organic. Just gonna move a couple more trees out of here because I need to fit a whole cabin in there. And that's gonna even make the shape a little. Oh, now I know where the cabin's gonna go. It's gonna go this way. I'm gonna take that tree out of there too. All right, now we can build a cabin. Broken down cabin in the woods. Here we go. Watch how fast this is gonna be. Speed mapping. Gonna go all the way up here, and I want a broken down wooden cabin in the woods. So I could just turn all this off. I know it's not, what I want is not in any of these. And, yep, it's just these right here. Okay. So now, I'm gonna have to do it by hand. And that is okay, because they have these broken wooden wall parts, which is perfect. I'm gonna use this, which you might recognize from the wagon earlier, everybody. Oh, that's really big. Okay. It's just a big one-room cabin in the woods, you know, like you expect horror movies to start or end or both. I always like to flip, if I'm going to use the same stamp right next to each other, I always like to flip it the other way because it doesn't look like, oh, the map is made of one piece. It's true. I do have more. There are more wooden parts I can use. Nope, that's text. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta open this up. Here we go. See, I can put some other pieces out here. Alright, now I got plenty of pieces to build a cabin in the woods with. I think this is gonna be like there's supposed to be a window there and we don't see it because we're looking at the top-down version. And this one's really long. I would just use that for the front. There's supposed to be a door in the front though, so we'll see where we end up here. That's a little too big. Flip around. Flip it up, smack it, rub it down. Oh no! That's why I don't karaoke. Might even have some debris in the cabin. There's always debris in the cabin, as a matter of fact. Because the goblins have been using it as a hideout. Shrink that down a little. Need a doorway right there. Flip that 90 degrees. Let's see. It's a little janky. Like it's fallen down. There's like broken pieces of it. Say some rafters fell inside, and so they're right there. I got enough of that one. I got enough of that one. I'm gonna flip this way, so it looks like this. With kids, I found out that however you make the map, they're gonna take it literally. Like that is what the map is. So like right here, say, if I didn't put this board here to kind of cover this hole, they'd be like, oh, I go in that hole in the back of it. There's not really a hole in the back of it, man. It's just, lazy mapping on my part. Okay. in the cabin, there is always like a flipped over broken table. Perfect. Not that large. That is a massive table. Because there's always one of the goblins hiding behind it. Because everywhere else is giant spider territory. No webbing, huh? I see how you are. All right. Another option is that's not what I want. This'll do. Oops. As a matter of fact, this'll do. I think this. Whoa, table. Back up. Back the heck up. It's still pretty massive. That's a 3-foot door. That's a 5-foot table. Can I? No, that won't work. See, I can't. Oh, that's for the whole map, though, I bet. Yeah. Alright, that's not going to work. Because that looks like ice. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for webbing. What do you think? Any suggestions out there in viewer land? Something... I mean, I could just... Oh, my God, yes. I do want some bones. While I'm thinking about that. I do want some bones. Man, those are really big. Yeah, whatever. All right. What if, well, again, I can't change. Oh, wait, no. You can't hue or saturation on these, which is kind of a bummer. Because I could totally do it then. Totally do it. I think I'm just going to have to be satisfied with, like, calling this spiderweb. Maybe. We'll get the point across, right? That's the goal. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to get the point across. That's a terrible spider web. We'll just leave some hanging edge. And now I feel like it needs way more lines. Way more lines. Can't find what you need in Inkarnate. Sometimes you just gotta build it yourself. That's terrible. I am terrible at making... We have just ascertained that I am terrible at making spider webs. Not a spider. What I was hoping I could do is just like, oops, make it really big. Nope, too big. Make it really big. Really big. And then yeah, that hides some of the imperfections. Good enough. There, it's kind of like spider webs. They'll get the point. All right, I got to put a roof on this, but I want to be able to take the roof off. Now, I could do 2 maps. That would totally be fine. Oh, there should be some more. Oh, there's got to be a puddle in the middle of the room, and there's got to be like some vines growing through the. We'll throw a little detail. We'll throw a little detail in here. Some like brackish water. I'll give it one of these. I'm going to put it right by that barrel. Way smaller, way smaller. Blech. That's too opaque. I think like 75%. Let's see. It's not dark enough. A little into opacity. We'll up the roughness. I like it. Nope, I don't like that one. Nope, don't like that one. Yep, like that one. Alright, forget it. Now, we need some plants growing out of the things. Grasping vines, thorny vines. I like the kind of thorny vines. Let's look at all the vines, shall we? I like this one. It's not really going to grasp them. I like that. It looks like it grew through the tree. I mean, through the wall, right? Kind of put it like right there. Cool. Okay. And then maybe a thorny vine, like a little bramble back here in the. That'll keep them from thinking they can go through there. Is there a bramble? I should look and see, huh? Bramble. Time is it? Okay, I got 30 minutes. Cool. Nope. Gotta go back to vine. I mean, that should keep them out of there, hypothetically. Here, I'm gonna random. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I like that. Bramble. There, that'll keep them out of that hole. You'd be surprised how clever they are sometimes. I've had them climb up and through holes in the ceiling and stuff, and they get really creative at this point in the game because they've been adventuring for almost an hour, and they're like really getting into it, and it's so cool to watch them just uber geek out over a hobby that I've done my whole life. So it's really cool. I don't like this barrel standing up. I don't know why. It's just the thing. So I'm gonna make a small barrel over on its side. That's too big. I'm gonna shrink it down. It's like a cask. There is some treasure to be found here. So I need a box. I need a box, like a lockbox. No. Chest. Yes. Let's see. Nothing too fancy. This one is perfect. And I'm gonna put it way over here. Like it's under that debris. Yeah. Because this is something that they'll be like, hey, is that a chest? And I'll be like, I don't know. Go look and see what you think it is. And they'll find out it's a chest, and then they'll fixate on it, and they'll have to get to the chest, which brings them in close proximity to the big bad, which is the spider, the giant spider. There, look, how long did that take? 15 minutes to make a, because I'm really just gonna show like that much of it. I'm gonna do this. Oh, see, this looks like it's planned. So what I'm gonna do is less planned, more random. Perfect. Done. That one's done. I've got to save this. And then I'm gonna get Roll20 set up for it here. let's throw the grid on this and see what the grid looks like. Grid on. Oh, I know what I gotta do. It's on the wrong layer right now, I think. I gotta go here. Yep. And I gotta say map layer. Here we go. What did I say? It was 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Done. Don't even have to mess with that grid. Good, because that's my least favorite thing doing with Roll20. All right, export this as an image. I don't want it sepia. Actually, I want it faded a little bit, like it's dreary and it's. I don't want it fully black and white, but I want it to be like dreary and scary, you know, like Mirkwood. Goblin Hideout. Oh, I did name it. Man, named it. I totally forgot I named it. All right, Goblin Raid, Goblin Hideout. We're doing well. All right, map is exported. Pop over to the old Roll20, throw that in there. Please wait while loading. And then, so the maps are almost done. Where's my task list in OBS here? Here it is. See, in this one I can make a little shorter, so I'm going to chop, well, actually I can just, oops, what I can do is make it like that big. Perfect. How? And then throw it on the map layer, and then we'll see how big that cabin is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's close, not quite. I'm going to go fiddle with the, here. I'm going to say one cell is 40. And that should shrink down the grid. And now it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55. Yeah, that works. I could have just did this, I suppose. 50 by 25. I mean, it's a single creepy cabin, a single room creepy cabin in the woods, so how big does it need to be? But it's perfect for the final battle. So that's our final battle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can cut 9 squares off the width. We'll call it 16. Oops. We'd call it 16 if I knew what I was doing. Call it 16 on width. And, because they're really just going to fight kind of around, in and around the cabin, so they don't need the rest of the map even. Boom! Alright, maps are done. Moving on. We need to, okay, now I'm working in on this. Shrink that down. I'm going to make a new folder called NPCs. I like to be organized. Character. Goblins. There's like a moral dilemma set into the game as well. Michael knows, he watched his kids play it. And the kids are vicious. Kids are vicious. Alright. Stat up this, create an NPC. What was my other option? Nope, that's fine. Yep. Create an NPC. And I have all the stats, it's just a matter of copy pasting the stuff I need to copy paste. Moving them around so I can see everything here. Giant spider, here we go. Spider. Natural. Natural. It's natural. 4d10 plus 4. 44. Half of that is 22, sure. Speed is 30. Climb 30. Attributes 14, 16, 12. 2. Not smart at all. 11 and 4 charisma. I mean, it's probably even lower than that, but saves. I'm just going to skip that. It doesn't have skills. What it does have is... Oh, it does have skills. It has a 7 in stealth. And then senses right there. Blind sight. 10 feet, usually if you're within its web. Dark vision, 60 feet. Passive perception. Yep. Language is none. A challenge is 1 for 200. Oh, it did it automatically. Nice. Token size 2. It's pretty big. Doesn't have spell casting. It is an NPC. It does have actions that I need to put in. An attack called Bite. To hit is plus 5. Whoosh. One target. On hit, it's 1d8 plus 3. Piercing. Con check, poison. I'm just going to do this because I'm lazy, right? Lazy. Target must make. Bang. I like it. On hit 2. Can I, if I just put it in there, DC 11 con? Poison? No, it's, oh my god, 2d8? Who put this monster in this game? They're first level characters. That's brutal. 1d8 plus 3 piercing plus 2d8 poison damage. Ooh. Yeah, they'll be fine. I didn't accidentally once kill Michael with a heavy crossbow when I should have had a light crossbow. Did I, Michael? Alright, so that one's done. And then the next one is Web, which is also attack, but this is a ranged. Yep, ranged. Its reach is 30. I'm just going to say 30 because that's most of the cabbing. Plus 5. 1. On hits is grapple, basically. DC 12 strength. Just copy this over for myself. Bam. General options. I want to put a description in here. Put that in bio, in GM notes there, so I see that. Alright, see? Pays to be prepared. That is done. Alright, I gotta do the goblins. And then I gotta do their tokens. Now, the moral dilemma is that the goblins aren't really goblins. But you'll have to buy the 2 OG Kids D&D package to see what's going on. Yeah. They're human bandits, as you can see right here. Medium humans, chaotic neutral. Orphans. Homeless. Those types. We'll give them 12 and call it 2d6. 30. There's two types. There's the leader kid, and then there's the others. And they're really boring. 11, 12, 12, 10, 10, 10. They speak common. Their challenge rating 1/8. Oops. Token size 1. Yep, that's fine. Passive perception 10. Where'd they go? There it is. They're dressed like goblins. They have goblin masks on. They have goblin armor, goblin weapons. So they look a lot like goblins until one of them gets their face chopped off, and beneath the mask there's a human kid. At which point, usually at the table, they're all like... And then some of them will be like, let's get them all. The others are like, wait, they're humans, we can't kill them. It's just a great thing to see, the kids trying to weigh the morality of what they're doing or what they're supposed to do. It's melee, it's +3, it does a target 1, it does 1d6 + 1, slashing, yep, there is nothing secondary in that. This one is an attack and it's ranged. This is their light crossbow. To hit is 3. Plus 3. 8 plus 1. Piercing. That's it. That's it. They're done. Boom. It's 4 o'clock. Did I make it? Ooh, I got 10 minutes. Screw around. Before I have to get, the kid's gonna be like, hey, it's 4 o'clock. She's probably watching the clock right now. I was just talking about you. Or are you looking at the clock? No? Okay. It's already open. Still refill it. You know how to do it. Keep drinking those bottles of water. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, tokens. The question is, have I already got? I don't think I have a giant spider token. Let's see. Spider. I suppose I could just go find a picture, find a spider in the house, take a picture, and make that a giant spider. That's too much work. Oh, sorry. Alright, so we're done with this. On here. And incarnate. I might just look here and be like, do I have... Oh, I have tons of tokens already. Oh, the roof on the cabin. That's what I gotta do. Show you how I'm gonna do that. free dead goblins. Spider swarm? Giant spider, got it. Oh, Marshall. So I backed Marshall Paper Minis on Patreon forever, and I literally have paper tokens for everything. So I'm gonna use one of those because they're super awesome. They look really cool. All right, just open that location. Just open that. Yeah. I'm gonna have 4 to choose from. This is gonna be great. Make a new folder. Let's see what they look like. Which one do I want to use? Oh man. All right, I have 4. I have a blue one, a teal one, a black one with a red thing on its back, and a brown one. Now the black one, everybody thinks that would probably be the one. I'm gonna go with the brown one because I live in Wisconsin, and the most dangerous spider you usually see around here is a brown recluse. And now while that's churning away, I'm gonna have it churn away for some goblin. Oh man, it's so big! Isn't that awesome? Look at that awesome token. I'm gonna shrink him down. He's not that big. He's large. And he's gonna go right there. And he's gonna hide on the GM there. Meanwhile, it's looking for goblins for me, my computer. Yeah, those Marshall Paper Minis. He's got a great site. You can just go pick and choose. They're really, really awesome. They really are. Printable Heroes. That's him right here. Printable Heroes makes some amazing stuff. This is his Patreon. And then he's got a website where you can go buy individual stuff as well. Printable Heroes, huh? Boom. Look at that stuff. Look at how awesome this art is that he makes, these tokens. So this is just stand-up paper minis. But if you go into filters, you can find like what adventure, what environment. Yes. Type here and subtype if you choose, and there's some fierce looking creatures that he makes like these. Really cool. Yeah, just flip through them all. So, Printable Heroes. That's where I get almost all my tokens when I need to. So now I'm looking at what kind of goblins I have from him, and I have a lot. Sword bow would work. What do they have? Scimitars and crossbows. I could change to short bows. I'm gonna go with this sword bow. Printable Heroes here. Let me see what the cover looks like. This gives you a cover image where you can see all the tokens in or all the miniatures in. I'm just gonna put them right here. These are probably not tokens. Yeah, these are. Okay, so that's cool. I've got 4 minutes to Photoshop some goblin tokens before my daughter's gonna come in here and be like, "Dad, it's time to go take a walk." Keeps me young. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, so I need to find my Adobe window. I need the token template. Mariah Carey, what are you doing on there? That was from last DM prep. All right. So I have a token template already made. As soon as things catch up here, I'm going to shut down. Oh, that's going to shut down the music. Can't do that. I can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, looks like maybe... That's all right. We're almost done. Looks like Google Chrome crashed, which is fine. So I'm going to drag two goblins here into... So you can see they're made to be paper, stand-up paper minis, right? And they're super cool. And I'm just going to... I almost got him all... Whatever. Close enough. Boop. What happened there? Stop yelling at your kids downstairs. I hate hearing it. Those poor kids. Copy. Paste. Perfect. Alright, I gotta find that Mariah Carey layer. Where are you, Mariah Carey? Goodbye. Goodbye. And now this goblin layer. Just gonna shrink him down a little bit. Oh, and he fits perfectly. Jump, jump. Am I gonna leave him with the green ring, or should I maybe change it to that one? Oh, I like that one a little better. A little better contrast. And export, quick export as PNG. Go over to the, no, not the streaming. Go to, oops, game dev folders, kids D&D, and this is Goblin Sword token. All right, and now we'll do the other one. Here's the Goblin Archer. Same thing. Draw a circle. That's a square. Draw a circle. That's a square. Draw a circle. Copy. Oh, I missed the top of his bow there. Draw a circle. Jump, jump. We goblins, we talk like this. Yes. That's goblin voice when I'm DMing. Or if there's small goblins for like the kids, they talk like me. Me Meepo. Me help you. Yes, me help you. And goblin export, quick export as PNG. Goblin Archer token. Dun 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 dun. Close that. No. Close that. Save this. Now I don't have a commercial license on these, but they're great for my private games instead of stuff that I'm selling. All right, so I need to put them on this map, but I also need to put them on the other map. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the two tokens, copy them onto this map, and then assign them. Whoa. Whoa, he's huge. Those are the biggest goblins I've ever seen. There we go. And then, since I have two of them, I'll just assign some of them to the characters. So now if I go into here, what you do is you go into Giant Spider, edit. I don't have to upload it because it's I already uploaded it. It's in my library here. My library. So I can look at my recent uploads, be like, oh, there's a giant spider. And then just click on the token on the map and say use selected token, and it's done. And then the same thing for the goblins. Here, I'm going to use the goblin sword token. Click the token. Oh, he's on there on the objects and tokens map. Or not? Oh, they're on the map. That's fine. I'll just change it later. Use selected token. Save. Done. 4 o'clock. 4:02. Pretty close to meeting the kids' requirements. Move these to the GM layer. Oops. And then get off the map layer so you don't drag the whole map around when you don't want to. All right. I can go into the tasks for the day, today's tasks, properties, and I can say stats, done, tokens, done. And that is all the DM prep I'm doing today. Hey, if you want to see me run a game instead of prep for a game, this week on All the RPGs on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central is Starcrawl. It's my own kind of campaign. We're using a whole bunch of mixture of DCC games like MCC and Dark Trails and Metamorphosis Alpha, and some Ancestry and Culture stuff from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, which are out on DriveThruRPG, not from me or Two Old Guys Games, but I like them a lot. Let's see. Is anyone I know streaming right now? Let me flip back over to... I want to turn off mod mode. I don't know how to do that. I just want to go to the channel. Alright, I'll just do it over here. All the RPGs. Yep. Tomorrow afternoon I'll probably stream some of my Steam powered stream, which is me going through the 330 plus games in my Steam library. Legionecris. See what he's up to. See what they're up to. I'm hobo with a shotgun. That sounds fun. And then again on Friday, Wednesday night, there we go, we play StarCrawl. Thursday I will stream my Steam library again, and on Friday we're raiding now, and on Friday I'll do some more DM prep in the afternoon, I think 4 p.m. Central. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Let's go see what Legionecris is up to.